You've talked about music briefly in a few episodes, and I want to hear your personal music history. What music did you grow up on? What music do you listen to now? You've played some great tunes while testing speakers by artists like Thieves. Thanks again. Music, for me, I mean, I was always into it. I didn't start playing it until probably, I don't know, maybe halfway through grade school. I got a guitar, electric guitar, started to mess with it. Never formally, never took lessons or anything like that. Just goofed with it, you know. And learned, you would learn a few tracks. You would just try to play stuff. Back then, I was playing like Green Day. I mean, who didn't play Green Day? Some Nirvana, like a little bit of that. And then I just would goof on it like in my own way. And then at some point along the way, I got into music production software. Like a lot of other things I was experimenting with. I believe the piece of software is called, like, because I didn't have the budget for the Logic or Cubase or Pro Tools. Like, I didn't have any of that. It was like a free software that came with this pre-built computer. I believe it was called Music Match. See if you can find this. We're going down memory lane real quick. Just do Music Match Jukebox. Music Match Jukebox. Do that. No, that's not it. That's not it. That can't be it. No, that can't be it. Because that ain't right. No, it wasn't Music Match. Maybe it was. Damn, what is that down there? This looks like a player, though. One? This doesn't look like production stuff. Click on that. Ooh, maybe. No, that's you just play music in there. Maybe it wasn't Music Match Jukebox. I don't remember. Look, I'm going back, guys. Give me a break, okay? Please. It looks like they still make it or something. This is weird. Yeah, it looks like a player. That's not it. I got it messed up. I must have had that as well. I can't remember what the software was called. It was some early production software. Anyhow, eventually, I had like this little room in the basement of my parents' house. And it was the grimiest, unfinished basement, studs on the wall, insulation falling off. You're going to find a picture of grimy basement. I had the posters on the wall. Yeah, that was it. That's where I was working out of. And I had a tower computer, like some nothing too fancy or powerful, some garbage computer speakers. Do you remember what computer speakers used to look like? Come on, like look up the classic computer speakers with like the tan color, the beige electronics color that no longer exists, that everything was. No. Everything looks good now. No, Will. Over on the right. Go to the right.
This one.
Yeah, something like this. Exactly. No, go. I want you to go to the ones beside the View More button. To the left of the View More button. Keep going. Go to the right. See where it says View More? To the left. Oh, good Lord.
This one?
No, you missed it, man. It's over. To the left. Yeah.
I had these ones.
I had them too. That's what you got, man. That's all you got. That's what you had. So I had the grimy music production software. I tried to get the beat on there. And then that's when I got into rapping. That's when I got into hip hop. And because I feel like once you start into the music production, it's like, well, somebody has to say something, probably, in the music. And it's like, what are you doing? You're singing now? Huh? You got a band now. So it was just easier to get an instrumental and do. And plus I was into hip hop at the time. So that's kind of where my head went. And then I was lucky enough. My parents were really supportive of anything I was trying to do. And so at a certain point, they saw that I was really into it. So I got a little bit more gear. And eventually I had like a sort of almost like a little studio setup. And I did some of my own stuff. And I also did produce some bands. And it was a part of my thing. And funny enough, I feel like that experience, diving so deeply into that experience, kind of primed me in a way for eventually being on YouTube and doing videos and just making more stuff. Because I was in that mind state from a young age forward. Even though it started out in music in that grimy basement, I feel like getting used to the idea of software, music editing software first, it tuned me up for eventual video editing and just the idea of making things. And so I'm really grateful for that whole thing. I feel like it's all played a part in leading to this whole situation. In terms of music that I'm into, it's a lot. I really don't discriminate in that department. The only thing I would say I'm not into is like pop music, because you just brought up Ariana Grande to basically debunk what I just said. No, I'm not into. Apologize, Ariana Grande. That's not my thing, really. You can zoom in all you want, Will. That's not gonna change the situation here. Basically, I'm not into pop music, but everything else, I got a lot of appreciation. I try to put the appreciation out there. It's hard to make stuff, so there's a lot of stuff that I like, but in my teenage years, it was a lot of... So, like, later grade school was alternative music, Smashing Pumpkins kind of stuff, you know, like I mentioned Nirvana, Green Day, like that kind of a thing, skateboards, like that went on. Then that transitioned to hip-hop for high school, essentially, the hip-hop phase. And then as a mature adult, it's just a lot of appreciation spread out. I can still listen to Wu-Tang and enjoy myself, or it could be some jazz. Or, I mean, you guys have been hearing the playlist over here, Pink Floyd. It doesn't... It's why should we have to be so regimented, so specific in that space? I feel like these things, there's a lot of overlap, surprisingly, in musical inspiration. I think people draw from a lot of different places. So anyhow, Led Zeppelin, Will has to bring up Led Zeppelin, because if we talk about music without mentioning Led Zeppelin, then Jack gets really moody. So we gotta see. He just got fired up. He was looking at his laptop. Now he's looking at these guys. He's very into it. So Led Zeppelin, you know, it's good. It's good stuff. But you know, I'll take Pink Floyd over Led Zeppelin myself. Feels a bit more experimental. You know, this is more rock. You know, straight up. But for it, you know, that's a mood in and of itself. That's a feel-good kind of energetic. I mean, a lot of stuff doesn't happen without them afterwards. That's for certain. Historically speaking, that brought a certain aggressiveness. It brought a certain electrification. So anyhow,